We got. Hey. Well, what do we got here, Ed?
Got an Astra Trike, 2005. It has a 4-stroke engine on it. Cruises about 55 miles an hour. And 2.5 gallons an hour. Fuel usage, which is really good. Especially if you're just cruising, not doing a lot of diving and climbing and everything else. If you go gently. I mean, this can go up for 4 hours easy. Yeah.
Look at it.
250, 300 mile range. Yeah.
Now, why do you fly one of these as opposed to something else?
I just fell in love with it. I used to fly a powered parachute.
Yeah.
Flew that for 3 years, and being down here in Eastport, there's always a little bit of a breeze, so many times that I couldn't fly. So I wanted something with a little more tolerance for wind.
All right.
And then just went out and tried one of these. Went up for a flight demo and loved it. Sold the parachute.
Is it a lot different from flying a parachute?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
totally
why?
different.
Why is it different?
Just different controls. I mean, this is more like an airplane.
Yeah.
Parachute, you have a chute over you all the time, and
don't you feel a little safer though with a chute over you though?
it's false.
It is?
False sense of security. I mean,
Because I mean they won't glide. If
no.
this engine dies, this thing
I'll
glides.
glide. Yeah. Parachute. I mean, it's unusual. I mean, almost never heard of a chute ripping off or anything, but you can have a collapse chute, which will let you drop like a rock.
All right, come on over and tell me about what this was all about. What does this mean?
A couple of years ago, well, back in 2005, the FAA decided that too many people were flying what they call fat ultralights. So they made a new rule called the light sport aircraft. Mm-hmm. Anything with 2 seats now has to. That's okay. Just blowing around with the wind a little bit.
Yep.
Anything with 2 seats has to be end numbered. There's certain other guidelines. It's got to be under 1,300 pounds. Certain cruise speed, certain stall speed. But in essence, all airplanes with 2 seats now are governed by the FAA, and they got to be end numbered. The pilots have to go through some training, which is different than before, and you get a sport pilot's license. For this particular airplane, it takes 15 hours minimum with an instructor to get your license, which is a lot different than general aviation. General aviation, you're looking at 50 hours.
Oh, okay.
Limitations are that I can't fly nights and I can't fly instrument. So it's still VFR flying. You got to have 3-mile visibility. The FAA didn't do away with the Part 103. If you have a single-seat airplane, you can still fly without regulations. It doesn't have to be registered with the FAA. You don't need a pilot's license. Still, you should get training.
Right.
But that part of the aircraft rules are still good, and that's where experimental airplanes developed.
What kind of conditions can you fly?
This is
Obviously perfect conditions, but
Yeah.
how far can you push it?
15 mile an hour crosswind.
Okay.
I can handle. I generally don't go up when it's that high. It's just not comfortable. You get blown around. These things are light. This only weighs 440 pounds.
Oh, boy.
So if you get a real bumpy day, you're going to be blown around. It's called a weight shift because you actually are changing your weight when you're in the plane.
Yeah. Oh.
Flying position, I'm sitting here and it's down like this.
So you actually steer it with the.
This is all your steering.
That's your steering.
Yeah. When I go to take off, I take off at about 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Ground speed.
Yeah.
And at 45, it'll pretty much take off just like this on its own.
Yeah.
If I want to take off earlier than that, if I had a shorter runway, you just push the bar forward a little bit, changes the angle of attack on your wing.
Oh,
It
wow.
catches more air. Yeah, I'm looking at getting a float rating.
A float rating?
Yeah.
So that you can land on water.
Yeah,
Would you
But-
would you get it with this one?
probably, I can.
You could.
Yeah, there's a lot of trikes. I went up to Greenland, flying up in Aroostook County, and they had float planes up there. It's float flying.
Oh, yeah,
And
cool.
up on Moosehead Lake every year. And there was a couple trikes that flew in on floats. Just opens up a whole lot of possibility for around here.
I mean, there's so many lakes.
Yeah, every time you're up, you're within gliding distance of a lake.
Oh, my
So
God.
not only is it fun, but it's safety too. This is my main instrument. This is vertical speed. That's just telling me how many feet I'm climbing per minute.
Yep.
The 5 would be 500 feet per minute.
Yeah.
This is my airspeed. But I also got the same instrumentation in here. When this is started, it gives me my oil temperature, my oil pressure, my barometric pressure. It gives me 2-cylinder head temperatures, two
Oh,
exhaust
that's good.
temperatures, and my RPM.
Now, what's this little steer? Oh, is that the wheel?
This is ground steering.
Ground steering.
Okay, your feet are going to be here. Mine are up in there. So
Oh, I see. I'm wrapped right around you here.
Yeah.
So I sit here.
Yep.
And I wrap my feet around you
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
And you're in the front.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a nice tight squeeze.
So when I'm on the ground, you'll feel the nose wheel turning.
Oh yeah.
But then once I'm up in the air, of course, I don't steer with my feet at all.
Sure, sure. So now, weight-wise, I mean,
Weight-wise,
yeah.
I can carry 440 pounds.
Okay.
I'm 160.
And so I'm 200.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Gee, wow.
Amazing little piece of machinery. I got a radio.
Right.
For air trap. I got GPS.
How often do you go up?
Summertime, I try once a week anyway. Yeah, for a couple hours.
Do you get a lot of people that want to go up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. That's good then.
Yeah, it is.
Depending on weight, the fly is 150. Lighter than